Let's see what happens. Hey. Unbelievable. Well, for maybe the first time in a long time, we are in the correct place. I hope. Sounds like good times down there at the softball field. It is 10-1 up here. 11-1. And the Riverhawks are coming to bat in the bottom of the fifth here, so they're going to need to score to keep this one going. All right. I apologize, folks. I don't understand what happened with the streams. We have multiple games, obviously. First, the softball game was on the baseball game. Then the baseball game was on the softball game. Then it was somehow on that Republican debate that we televised weeks ago. And it said, you open the debate and there's 30 minutes of the softball game on there. Why? I have no idea. So I apologize for that. 11-1 here. If you're actually truly watching the baseball game right now, I applaud you for somehow finding your way. If you want to see what we got of this game, it's going to be in chunks, apparently, on our YouTube channel. I believe the softball game will be too. Yeah, I don't know. But it looks like theoretically we're in the right place right now. Yep, the softball game is under the softball game. It looks like the Riverhawks are in front 5-0 over Latrobe. And here, 11-1 in favor of Franklin Regional. All right. Okay. We'll take a check on my game, and it looks, it's my game for sure. All right, well, the Riverhawks one down here. I'm going to have to plate a run. Ian Harkleroad up. Going against Bernadowski. He's pitched a nice game. Bernadowski only allowing 1 run on 3 hits. In 4 1/3 innings, that run was earned, and he has 7 strikeouts against 1 walk. And that one swung on foul down the right field line, out of play. Harkleroad now has a 2-2 count. And Harkleroad gets a good piece of one towards the left center field gap on the run, and laying out for it, unable to make the catch, was Reese. And Harkleroad into second base with a 1-out double. So Ian Harkleroad in scoring position now. And we'll have the top of the Riverhawks order coming up. And Chase Jablonski 0 for 2 today. Bernadowski fires that one in there for a strike. And that one fired low. It's a 1-2 count now to Jablonski, looking to get Harkle Road home after that. 1 out double. Way to lay off that by Chase Jablonski. It was just a little bit low out of the zone. And a swing and a miss. So strikeout number 8 for Bernadowski. So the Riverhawks need to plate this run to keep it going. Rory Bashir, 1 for 1. It was the only hit up until Harkle Road's double. Oh, no, I apologize. Braden Wright also had a hit. So just 4 hits, with Harkle Road's double allowed by Bernadowski. That ball misses. We'll take a look at Bashir's stats. He's having a good year. He leads the team with a .478 average. That one on the outside corner. One behind Jablonski and tied with Nick Kinter for the team lead in hits. Jablonski has 12. Kinter and Bashir have 11 each. And Bashir sends one that is going to be into the mitt of the left fielder for the Panthers. And that'll do it. The Riverhawks fall 11-1 as Bashir flies out to Yar Bennett. Final score is 11-1. As Bashir flies out to Yar Bennett. Well, I had just too much going on. I had the final score is 11-1. Score there. Let's get it right for the post game. 11-1 in the 5th. So a 10-run rule flies out to Yar Bennett. Victory for Franklin Regional. Well, I had just too much going on. I had the final score is 11-1. Score there. Let's get it right for the post game. Well, the Riverhawks fall to 5-6. 5th. So a 10-run rule flies out to Yar Bennett. Victory for Franklin Regional. Well, I had just too much going on. I had the final score is 11-1. Score there. Let's get it right for the post game. Well, the Riverhawks fall to 5-6. 5th. So a 10-run rule flies out to Yar Bennett. Victory for Franklin Regional. Well, I had just too much going on. I had the final score is 11-1. Score there. Let's get it right for the post game. Well, the Riverhawks fall to 5-6. 5th. So a 10. I was just going over a few things up here. The Riverhawks fall today to Franklin Regional. Big first inning, obviously, the story. Let's try and do this. Maybe. Possibly. Oh, boy. Oh. I'll get the zoom in on the team there. Their post-game meeting out there by third base with head coach Santelmo and the coaching staff of the Riverhawks. Not much you can say. You go down 8-0 in the first. It's going to be a hard hole to climb out of, no matter what kind of team you have. Baseball I've always been a firm believer in the, mantra of win the inning. Hey, you give up a couple, so what? Maybe, you claw back, win the inning. And when you give up 8 in an inning, it's pretty darn hard to win the inning. Now, it was the first, so you could win 4 innings in a row and possibly get back into it. That's the whole theme of win the inning. But percentage is not in your favor after the big first inning, 8-0 before you even get a chance to swing the bat. It's a tough pill. And the Riverhawks unable to get back at the Panthers after that 8-run first. And we'll take a look down the box score as we recap this here on this Ryan Bowser State Farm game day. Thanks to Ryan. Thanks to Steffi's Country Catering. Thanks to DeMond Chiropractic, Mills Chiropractic. Thanks to Bugsy's Pizza and Wings. And, of course, to Nationwide Logistics, our sponsors who I did not get to mention. And if I did, they were probably on a different part of this broadcast. Somewhere else in the abyss on our YouTube page, it'll be there. You'll find a chunk of it. Maybe it's on one of the softball parts. I don't know. I set the stream keys. I reset them when we have multiple streams going on, and I don't know. For some reason, I think the only thing I can really think of, and I mean, if we've streamed 4 games at a time on YouTube and it's not had this problem, but the only thing I can think of is that I reused the settings of the previous day's broadcast. So I'm thinking that I duplicated the stream key by doing that. So when I scheduled both those broadcasts, both of today's broadcasts, I used yesterday's settings. So I believe that both of today's broadcasts had yesterday's stream key. Now, why it came up on the Republican debate, I got no clue. Why baseball came up on softball, that would make sense. But still, usually, I mean, I've done it in the past, and YouTube will give you a message saying that you have a duplicate stream key. Well, I didn't get that today. Therefore, thinking we were good to go. And, man, back and forth, up and down. I felt like, I don't even know. Something that couldn't stay straight. I had difficulties getting on here. There's some power, some internet stuff going on. I know Joe Rhodes was experiencing a little bit of that over at softball. It's just weird. Some days, honestly, we've had a couple of games like that in our past where it's like, it's Murphy's Law. We had a game where we played in, there were those forest fires. I think you can recall those a couple of summers ago. And, the whole Northeast was blanketed with that reddish smog. And we were covering the Armstrong softball state playoff run. And a game we covered, the venue had been moved because of the smoke. It was out east. The venue had been moved. The new venue we went to, I'm telling you, stuff just went haywire. And the only explanation, I could possibly think of was the weather. Interrupting signal, interrupting service. I don't know. It was wild. But today, a little bit less dicey, I guess, than the wildfires. Today was just, maybe it was a mistake on my part. I honestly don't know. Like I said, you'll get an error message if you have a duplicate stream key. I didn't get that. So I thought I was good. So I apologize again, for the mix-ups on where this game was. If you're listening right now or you're watching, go back to the YouTube page. You'll see I've tried to find all of the chunks of each broadcast and change the names back to today's games. So I hate to make you do this, but if you really want to watch, you can go back and watch in pieces. Hopefully we can go down and go back and cut some good highlights out of softball. Not much to be cut out for baseball today. Maybe Mason Treckengost getting that RBI. 4 hits. That's all they got. As I said, Williams with that 2-run homer in the first, and he was 2 for 4 with 3 runs batted in. Gonna take a look down the box score. 11 runs on 8 hits. No errors for the Panthers. 1 run on 4 hits. 3 errors for the Riverhawks. So, again, the things that you can kind of control they're slipping from the Riverhawks in some of these games, and it's, last year they got a really talented senior core, and I feel like some of the younger guys were able to rely on them in spots, where it's like, oh, Hayden will take care of this, well, Dustin will take care of this. Well, those guys are gone now, and it's about who's going to step up, and I think a couple of guys really have. Mason Treckengost, obviously Logan Badak. Good to see him back out there after he came up a little hobbled on Friday. Trying to hit the brakes and get back to third. I originally thought he was going to try and score on the base hit. I think he thought that too. But he hit the brakes, he jammed him on, and he tried to get back, and he came up a little hobbled. And Logan had missed some time last year with injuries, and just glad to see him back out there today. Must have felt okay over the weekend and felt good today. So good to see Logan back out there. But, a couple of guys have stepped up. They've made their presence felt. They have become leaders on this team. But, it kind of feels like they're just still maybe searching for that guy. Maybe that one guy who can go out and just toss them, a real big pitching performance in a crucial game. Or that one guy who is going to get up there and smack the ball. I think Rory Bashir is doing a great job so far this year at the plate. I read you his stats a little bit ago. He out of, I would say, qualifying hitters for this Riverhawks team, Bashir has 25 at-bats. Braden Wright has 25 at-bats. Badak 26, Jablonski 35, Kinter 33, Mason Treckengost 30, and Zach Wiles 20. So Mason Mills 24. So you're looking at guys that are, 20 and above at bats. And Rory Bashir, leads that group. He's got a 480 average, as I mentioned. Well, he's got 12 hits now, so tied for the team lead with Jablonski. And 11 of those are singles, so maybe, Rory starts to see the ball a little bit better, starts hitting those alleys, get a little pop, get a little power. This is a huge field here at Armstrong Junior Senior High School where the baseball team plays. It's huge, which is kind of hilarious because right below it is a very small softball field. I don't know if that was intentionally done to, maybe try and spur some offense from the softball team and maybe limit offense of the opposition on the baseball diamond. I'm not sure, but it's really, quite the, what's the word? Quite the difference. I was going to say discrepancy, but quite the difference between these two parks. Armstrong baseball, just a huge field, and Armstrong softball, I call it the Homer Dome. It's got high fences, but a lot of home runs go out. So, all right, well, to select the DeMond Chiropractic player of the game, I am going to go. Well, it's got to be, I believe, a Franklin Regional player today, and why not have it be the starting pitcher for the Panthers? That's Max Bernadowski. Congratulations to Max and the Panthers on their victory, and Max Bernadowski, our DeMond Chiropractic player of the game. Thanks to Dr. DeMond for sponsoring the player of the game. Damon Chiropractic is located in McGrann. Do you know where McGrann is? I'll tell you. McGrann is between Manorville and Ford City, down there below. So you wouldn't come in on, 422-66, that interchange. You'd go below. You'd say if you were coming from Katanning, you'd take that little dip. I don't know what that road is called. I call it the little dip, obviously. Damon Chiropractic Center. You can give them a call. 724-763-8000. And it's technically 570 Hill Street in Ford City, but we're going to call McGrann. I think it's McGrann. But, I'm not the authority on such things. Damon Chiropractic, family owned and operated for quite some time. I believe it's 75 years. Dr. Damon's grandfather started the practice. His father took over, and now third generation running the show. That's Dr. Justin Damon. I know Justin very well. We went to high school together. We graduated the same year from long gone Katanning Senior High School. Justin and I, class of 1996, if you can believe that. That feels like a very, very long time ago. Because it is. All right, well, Max Bernadowski, today's Damon Chiropractic Player of the Game. Recapping the final score, Franklin Regional 11, Armstrong 1. Those two will be back in action tomorrow on the road. And we'll catch the Riverhawks here on High Top Sports Network when they return to Armstrong. And that will be Thursday against Burrell. Non-conference exhibition against the Bucks. And we'll be right back here on High Top Sports Network. Hopefully no faux pas, no miscues, no major malfunctions. For the Riverhawks softball team, they are away the rest of the week at Gateway on Wednesday, and then at Franklin Regional for their second go-round on Friday. So we are most likely going to be some other places this week, but back here for sure on Thursday for the Riverhawks and Bucks. Thanks again to all of our wonderful sponsors: Ryan Bowser State Farm, Damon Chiropractic, Steffi's Country Catering, Mills Chiropractic, Bugsy's Pizza and Wings, and National Logistics. Have a great, wonderful, fantastic evening. My name is Josh Reckengoss, signing off, saying stay